Hey traders and investors, it's Serge Berger here. What I'm going to take a look at today is a couple of stocks that I do think I would like to be buying here sooner rather than later. And the current situation with the geopolitical problems that we have with Russia and Ukraine is something that naturally will take any seasoned traders a little bit back from the tape. So you want to take a little bit of a step back because during these kind of times, volatility increases, but also basically not the good kind of volatility. You get volatility both to the upside and to the downside, and a lot of times on the downside, then you'll have days or an above average number of days when the stock market is just down and takes everything down, even stocks that are well positioned. So it's a good time right now to sort of create lists of stocks that you would like to buy. And I, for one, have seen a little bit of relative strength in some of the retailing stocks. Okay, and it's important here to be a little bit selective because not all retail stocks are created equal. So I'm going to look at two stocks. The first one that I'd like to look at, and this is not a day trade, this is a stock I'd like to uh, really position trade and even sort of do an active investment strategy around, maybe using some options, some collars and other things like that. But the stock here is ANN, ticker symbol ANN. The stock last week on Thursday, or maybe it was Wednesday after the bell announced. I'm sorry, it was Thursday after the bell. The company announced earnings, and you can see the stock had a very, juicy rally and is following through on Monday, um, the March the 17th. Through a technical lens, you can see that the stock not only had a great rally, and it basically rallied out of this bull flag, which also took it past this diagonal resistance line that had been in place since January. So that's something, the kind of thing you want to see on a stock that has a better room to the upside. If we peel back the chart a little bit more, then you'll see that it's not just on the daily chart, but also looking a little bit further back. You can see that the stock here is starting to again slowly but surely creep into an area of resistance that is as high as almost the $40 area, and maybe as low as the $39 area is where this bigger resistance comes into play. I do think the stock over the course of the next few weeks, maybe the next few months, actually stands a chance of getting past this level for the very simple reason that it's had enough time to sort of coil up here, find support at its 200-day moving average, and had a very beautiful rally last Thursday, something it hasn't had for quite some time. The next stock is ROST Stores. This is more of a discount retail, clothing retail, and other sort of accessories retail store. And this stock too is actually acting very well. It doesn't have a one-day, huge rally event like Ann had, but it does trade in all the better sort of tight technical pattern. You can draw this in several ways. You can also just take this current wedging formation that it has here. It's all taking place above its 50 yellow and red 200-day moving average, and it's right now just hugging as resistance at its 100-day moving average. So a push above something like 73.50, maybe as high as $74, to me personally, would certainly get me interested in getting long this stock into for a move up into the high 70s. So you can see there are stocks out there that are still worth watching, if not even trading quite yet, despite the situation that's happening in the geopolitical world. So I hope this makes sense. As always, if you got any questions, you can shoot me a message at my Twitter handle, which is SteadyTrader. Take care.